it's Sid and I'm back for a very exciting video this time. It's going to be a little different because it's obviously not my like weekly updates, but since I am finding out the gender, and well, we'll know the gender in about 2 weeks, and then in about less than a month I will know the gender and everyone will know the gender. I wanted to go ahead and make this video, which as you can probably see from the title is the Old Wives' Tale gender predictor test video type thing. And I am going to warn you, every single time that I try to say the Old Wives' Tale like gender predictor test for like anything, I consistently mess that up. Like, I don't know why it's such a tongue twister for me, but I am always saying like the wrong words and stuff like that. So if I ever say it at any point in the video and I mess it up, I'm sorry, because most of the time I don't even realize I'm doing it and I'm saying something really silly that doesn't make any sense. So with that, yeah, I'm going to be doing 16 different gender prediction tests, and as everybody says, obviously these are not scientifically backed in any way. There's nothing to prove that, or to say that if every single one of them was a boy result, that I wouldn't have a girl. I mean, there's just absolutely no guarantees, but it's still like a fun little video to do just to see, and especially to see if they are right overall, like, you know, with the count, because I'll keep the count going. So I also want to put in that me personally, I mean, obviously it could go either way, and when I first started out I had one idea and like I knew exactly what it was, like I was just sure, and now I go back and forth a lot more, but pretty much my whole pregnancy I have felt like I was going to have a boy, just really strongly, just like almost to the point where I was about to go out and just buy little boy clothes because I was so sure that I was having a boy, and like I said, as it gets closer I get a little bit more like maybe it's a girl, I don't know, but if you asked me and I just like 100% had to say I think I'm having a boy or I think I'm having a girl, I still think it's a boy. So in case anybody was curious throughout this video, I do think it's a boy, but I don't know for sure, and I would love to have either one. It would be so sweet. But with that, let's start getting into the actual predictions. So the first one is morning sickness. If you have had morning sickness, you're supposedly having a girl, and if you have not had morning sickness, then you're supposedly having a boy. And so mine has been a little bit odd because I haven't actually thrown up, but I have been feeling, or I have did feel sick. So I am going to go with yes, I did have morning sickness, and that is going to be a point for the girl side. The second one is breakouts. Have you had like a lot of like acne and breakouts and stuff like that? And I've talked about this in one of my videos. I have never really had acne. Well, I have had acne when I was younger, but for a long time I haven't had any acne, and so even though my breakouts aren't super visible, like to me it's really clear, and plus I've been getting acne on my body, which I've never really had before. So I'm going with yes, I have had breakouts, and that would be another point for the girl side. Okay, so this one is called, I guess, just the eye test. And it's a little bit weird, but I mean a lot of these are kind of weird. So you're supposed to look in the mirror for about a minute, and if your eyes dilate, you're having a boy. So, I mean, it was kind of weird. I tried it. It's not super conclusive, I don't think, because my eyes would like dilate for a second and then go right back to like normal, and they would just like keep doing that after a little bit. And so I'm gonna go with a girl result because they didn't like just straight up dilate and like stay dilated. So that was kind of weird, but yeah, so I'm gonna go with another point for the girl side. The next one is the heart rate. I have seen a couple different predictions for this as far as like the numbers of the heart rate, but for the most part I've seen around like 140 and lower being a boy and 150 and higher being a girl. And so consistently when I've checked the heart rate, it has been 150 or higher, besides the first, when it was about 7 weeks, the baby's heart rate was about 124, but I think that it's always like kind of lower when they're younger like that, or like littler, younger, I don't know, for like less far along like that. but then as they get bigger, that's when it kind of like evens out as what it would be. Anyway, so it has been about 150 or higher, and so I'm going with another girl result. So the next one is the Chinese gender chart. Some people swear by this thing, some people it's totally wrong for, but it goes by the age you conceived along with the month you conceived, and apparently that's supposed to show whether you're having a boy or a girl. And so from that, I am actually having a boy according to that one. So that is the first boy result. The next one is dry skin. If you've had drier skin, supposedly you're having a boy. And if you have normal skin, like you haven't noticed any difference, then you're having a girl. And I actually have had drier skin, mainly on my hands, and I think it's because I just wash my hands so much more now that like I know that I'm pregnant. But even especially on my legs, I have noticed they've been a little bit drier. So according to that, that would be another boy result. Okay, so the next one is body hair. If your body hair is growing like a lot faster and bigger, then supposedly it's a boy, and if it is pretty much the same, then it is a girl. And I actually haven't mentioned this in my videos, but I've meant to. My body hair, my hair in general, like on my head, is growing so much faster, but pretty much my hair everywhere else on my body is also growing so much faster and thicker. Like it's noticeably different, and so that would be another boy result. The next one is cold feet. Supposedly, if you've noticed that your feet have been colder, you are having a boy. And if you haven't noticed a difference, you're having a girl. And so I have not really noticed any difference. It is going into summer, so I feel like that would have something to do with it. But I guess if I was having a boy, it's supposed to, like, they're supposed to get cold anyway. But yeah, so I've not had any noticeably colder feet, so that is another result for the girl side. The next one is cravings. If you have been craving sweet things, you are having a girl. And if you are craving salty things, or like I think pretty much anything other than sweet things, you're having a boy. And I haven't had a lot of cravings. And the things that I craved in my first trimester, I like look at now and I'm like, I don't want any of that. That looks really gross. But the things that I can look back and specifically say that I craved were like a specific kind of chip dip that my grandma makes, which is like sour cream and cream cheese and onions and stuff like that. And then popcorn and chicken salad. So those things, none of those are sweet. So I'm going to go with that definitely being a boy result. Okay, so the next one is the baking soda gender test, which I actually went ahead and filmed for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that here. Today I wanted to do the gender, like the old wives' tale baking soda gender test. So you have to use first morning urine, so that is what I'm doing. And I just have them right here, and what you're supposed to do, sorry if the lighting's a little funny, is add equal parts of your first morning urine to baking soda, and then if it fizzes like beer, then it's supposed to be a boy, and if it doesn't do anything, then it's supposed to be a girl. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and see what happens. So it definitely looks like it's fizzing. But yeah, there we go. You can definitely see that it is fizzing a lot. So I'd say that is going to be a boy result. So as you can see, that came out as another boy result. So the next one is headaches. If you have been having headaches, supposedly you're having a boy, and if you haven't been having headaches, supposedly you're having a girl. I haven't had a ton of headaches, but I also am not a person that gets headaches in general, and I have had some headaches since I got pregnant. So I am going with that actually being another boy result. The next one is sleeping position. Apparently if you sleep on your right side, you're having a girl, and if you sleep on your left side, you're having a boy. And so I end up sleeping on my right side, which would mean that I would be having a girl. The next one is clumsier. So have you been clumsier since you got pregnant? And if you have, that is a boy result. And if you haven't, then that is a girl result. And I have never really been a clumsy person, and I haven't noticed any difference in that since I got pregnant. So I am, according to that, having a girl. The next one is the Mayan system. And so according to that, it takes your age of conception and then the year in which you age at conception and then year in which you conceived. So I conceived in 2018 and I was 20 years old when I conceived the baby. And so if both of them are odd or both of them are even, then it's going to be a girl. And then if they're different, then like one's odd and one's even, then it's going to be a boy. And so both of mine are even, which means according to that system, I would be having a girl. Okay, the next one is really strange, and this again, most of them couldn't possibly really have any actual evidence behind it, but this one especially, I'm like, I don't understand. But it was on there, so I'm gonna include it in here, which is a bigger nose. So supposedly, if you've noticed your nose more, or like noticed that you think that it's bigger than before, then you're gonna have a boy. And if it's the same as before, then you're gonna have a girl. And so I have not noticed any difference in my nose. I feel like it's pretty much the exact same as it was before. So that would mean that I'm having a girl. So the next one is the red cabbage test, which I also filmed. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert that for you here. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the red cabbage test. So basically what you do is you boil some water and then you cut up red cabbage into chunks, and once the water is boiling, you pour the water into a bowl with the cabbage. You let it stand for 10 minutes, and then you take the boiled water, which has now been, I think it's gonna be like red-ish, and you take your urine, and you take equal parts of the juice that you've gotten from the boiled water and the cabbage, and you pour the urine in with that, and apparently based on whatever color that comes out to be is what you are supposedly having. I have water set to boiling on the stove, and then I have my red cabbage right here, which I've never bought red cabbage before, but they're actually so much heavier than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop that up, and then we will see. Okay, so my water is nice and boiling, and I got my bowl right here. I think that's enough. So I'm just gonna let it calm down for a second because it's pretty boiling. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pour it in here. I'm actually wondering, I think glass bowls are okay. Hopefully they are. But I'm going to pour this into here. Should be plenty. And then now I am just going to set a timer and wait for 10 minutes. Okay. So I've got the urine and the juice here. The juice obviously came out super purple. So I'm just going to take the urine and pour it into the juice. And supposedly if it comes out a reddish pink color, then it is going to be a boy. And if it stays a purple color, then it is going to be a girl. So let's see. Okay, so I know the lighting isn't the best, but I definitely think it is looking like a reddish color. I'm going to take it into the light, see if I can't get better lighting. To me, I mean, it still looks a little bit purpley, but overall I think it looks more like a reddish pink. That is just compared with the original, what it looked like, and then what it is like with
the urine added, and it is definitely more of a ready pink color to me than a purple color. So I think that that would be another boy result.
Okay, and as you can see from that, that would be another boy result. Alright guys, so that was the last of the gender prediction, the old wives' tale gender prediction tests that I have. So according to that, I would have 9 girl results and 7 boy results, which would mean overall, which I mean honestly is pretty close, but overall that would mean that I would be having, according to these, a girl, which again, totally could 100% have a boy. I still kind of feel like I'm having a boy, but according to the old wives' tale gender prediction test, I would be having a girl. So yeah guys, that is all of the tests that I have for you guys today. If you are curious about any that I have left out, you can go ahead and let me know, and I will try and answer those for you, just in case if I missed anything that you really would want to know. I can go ahead and answer those for you. Go ahead and leave down below what you think I'm having, if you have any idea, and we will know within the month. So I'm so excited, you guys, to find out what it is. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was fun to watch. It was really fun for me to make. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.